y'all? Welcome to another episode of Those Who Watch Nobody Grinds Like Us Network. I'm here with first I know God. Oh my God, almost.
Back when I had a pager and was about to shoot you.
07. Oh yeah, the text blast. 07. The bartender, promoter at the Perks. Coming Pub. Yeah. Lisa Gonzalez, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Like, and you still out here pushing. I'm still out here. That's you know what I'm saying? That's good to see you doing your thing. But people who don't know, who you are and your brand, could you give me some input on that?
My name is Lisa Gonzalez Williams. I am the founder of Diamond Law Entertainment and the owner, of course. I've been working with artists since 1999. A lot of people don't know that. Back from when I started out bartending, and I've been in food and bev over 40 years. Okay. Then when I started seeing local talent, and Ben Flowers did a Chucktown Underground.
Yeah, I know Firstborn. I forget his name now.
He did Chucktown Underground at Kilimanjaro's. And to see the people come out and see a lot of talent, what I started doing was when we had artists come into town, I would scoop them up and put them, come on, bring the music, come on. They don't have an opening act. So that's how I got into the music. But since then, I've been doing it. And then my girlfriend of a long time, Ashley Jacobs, she's the one that named my company. My company is actually my birthstone, Diamond, and my name, Lisa Ann Williams. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I say the company is me, it's me.
Fact.
Yeah, it's me. So yeah. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. We could have went up to now. I was listening to the story.
So I bartended and ran clubs. I also worked in the prison system for a while because I know some of y'all know me from there.
Wow.
But it ain't no big deal because my thing is if I see you on the street and you working, I'm very proud to know that you're working, not getting in trouble and doing what you do.
You the CEO?
But I used to work at the penitentiary as a cook. That's where Ms G came from. When I used to do poetry, that's where the Ms G came from because they couldn't say Gonzalez. Okay. So, and that's where I met my husband at too, but he wasn't an inmate.
Okay.
He worked there. Okay. So then I went to school for criminal justice and I graduated and started working at Charleston County. Now, a lot of people knew me from there because I was on the in-house SWAT team. I was on the TAC team, the Ninja Turtles, with the black.
Okay. Yeah, well, you got a very creative one.
Yeah, I do. I have the licensed nail tech, professional chef, professional bartender, a degree in criminal justice, a degree in paralegal, and I'm in school right now to be an organizational management. Yeah, I don't play. So yeah, I'm Jamaican, Cuban and Jamaican.
Oh yeah,
Jamaicans
you gotta have 100,000.
Right.
I got you.
So and then through doing that, I've just been dabbing in and out with artists and whatnot. And now I think it was like October. I think it was like August, between August and October. I finally put an LLC on it, and once I did that, then got with Link. And then for my lucky number is 4. I got with Link on November 3rd, and on March 3rd he got signed. Okay.
On my daughter, that's my daughter's birthday.
Oh, is it?
That's Faith's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, she turned 2.
Yeah, and her name is Faith. Work it out. So it was 4 months to the day.
Okay.
It was 4 months to the day. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Okay.
So yeah.
So just knowing Link through the open mics and stuff like that.
I've known Link since Link was back in the day with a group called Creekside.
Yeah, I know Waterboy and Out of Mason Jar.
Yeah. When I first saw them, I was like, okay, so what are they gonna do? And they got up there and shut me straight the heck up. I was like, okay. Yeah.
The LJ's the open 07 open mics. I remember that.
Yes.
The Underdog open mics. Woo! Yes. So much talent came to that thing.
Yes.
On Monday night, I always thought that was amazing that he had the whole ear of the city of the Monday night.
Because the real talk is, the 2 rappers that I actually started working with, that was back in the 80s. I forgot about that. Skip Ski and Double D.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yes, I was their choreographer. And they had a girl in there, and she danced like she was in a strip club. So I had to reel her in. And I used to go in Ben Tillman houses and go in there by myself. And that boy be looking at me like, who the heck is that? Looking like one of them fly girls with all the color. I had all kind of neon colors and whatnot. And I used to roll up in there like I was all that, because I'm from New York, right? So I used to just roll up in there, and that boy be looking at me like, yo, she kind of brave. I was like, yeah, what? It was like, they'd open the door and be like, oh, here comes Lisa, bam, behind in there. But yeah, I got Yeah, I got her to do it, and we actually traveled all the way to Alabama and did a TV show there. Went into this one club that looked like an old movie theater with the balconies, you know, and they treated us. We was VIP down. God bless the day, because Double D's no longer with us. Dexter Keys. That was my dude. Me and him used to fight like cats and dogs. But yeah. So through the years, I just been in and out with music. I was telling you when I came in that I remember my first rider sheet I ever had to do, and it was with Genuine. And I looked at that rider sheet and was like, for those of you who don't know what a rider sheet is, that's what the artist needs when they come. You know,
they need
want
special water, blue M&Ms.
If they need like certain speakers and stuff like that. So I'm looking at the rider sheet like it's a foreign object, and they're like, so you have to go get all that stuff. I was like, what? And literally like separate stores. Those stores is bananas. So when I had to do that, I was hot. So then when I started figuring out and whatnot, when I started working with a few artists here, when they went to go do something, I made them have a rider sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Genuine basically pissed you off, but at the same time educated
pissed me off and triggered me, and educated me at the same time. So that's how I learned a lot of things. And then everything I know about the music business is self-taught. I've studied, got books, read up on stuff.
Okay, so you went to school or nothing?
Nah, I call people. You know, I have friends, I got family, I got, you know, my daughter's in radio. So she's the music producer for Hot 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you plugged in.
So
okay.
yeah. So you know, I got, and then my I have a half sister living in Connecticut, and her child's father is Freedom Williams from I Got the Power.
Okay. So you just use your network and your connections to make things happen.
When I have questions, because she did all his paperwork. So when I have questions, I call up and be like, hey, what's this? What's that? You know. So there's not a person at the other end of the phone that won't direct me in the right place.
I got you.
So,
if you don't know the answer, you go get it.
Right, I go get it, and I will have it to you that same day.
I got you.
It's not I'll call you back, and I call you back months later now.
Where did the passion come from to do these panels you've been doing lately?
I actually came from a post I made of what was the local artist missing.
I think I was in that post. It was like everybody in the world tagging that post.
I must have had like 250 hits on that post, and it was like they won't let us put our music on the radio. The DJs won't play our music.
You got any people
blah,
paid?
blah 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 blah. This that and the third. So when I started breaking down reasons for and reasons why, and reaching out to the DJs while I'm doing this post, like, you know, like, well, what's up with this? What's up with that? Because see, I had already talked to a couple of DJs actually before I put the post up. One that I'm very good friends with, DJ Cash, you know that, and me and him are like family. And then I had reached out to, matter of fact, me and Major Boy were having a conversation one day, and I was like, you know, he says that's not it. And what they didn't understand was, you can get your music to the DJ, just not when he's at work. You know, you don't go to McDonald's and tell somebody like, hey, I need to borrow $5. You know, you don't run up on somebody middle of their job until they go on break or something, you know. So when the DJ is at the club, he's at work. So you either catch him when he first get to work, like if you catch your McDonald's employee in the parking lot, or wait till they get off, you know. So, and the other thing is, you know, in conversation, get their email address, mail it to them yourself. Because if they like the track and it's hot, they have time to play with your music to put it into the mix. And what people don't understand is, you know, when you're running with beats per minute, right, even if they did put your song on that night, your song is not going to be the next song unless they're a slam DJ where they just slam records together. If they're a true mixologist and they're mixing the music, you got to wait till the beats match up. So they're going to work their way. They're going to have a beat that matches this beat, that matches that beat, that matches that beat to bring it up to where you need to be.
Yeah,
and running a nightclub, you know, I had to deal with the DJs, I had to deal with the sound, I had to deal with this and deal with that. So that's where I know that from. So, and I worked with a lot of great DJs, you know, from back in the day and up till now. So, and them boys will tell you that, you know, BPMs is everything, beats per minute, you know. So you just got to be up with the times, you know, and they're not going to throw a trap in the middle of old school, and they're not going to throw a trap in the middle of, you know, Nicki Minaj singing and rapping with Drake. They're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? It has to work its way in. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was what made you, from that post of everybody saying what they felt. You said, well,
right. When they started saying this and saying that, right, I said, well, I'm gonna do a round table. And so people was like, what is a round table? I said, kind of when you sit around and you ask questions and people give you feedback and ask you back and this, that, and the third, and it just took off from there.
All right, well, you about doing your fourth one or you on your third
I'll
one?
be getting ready to go on to my fourth one.
Okay.
And they're every other month.
Okay, every other month.
And why they're every other month is because when I did the first round table, it ties into the second one, which ties into the third one. So you got 2 months to manifest what you learned at that one, and then tie it into when you get to the next one, and then tie that one.
You always be laughing because you call people out when they don't show up. I be rolling. Y'all say y'all want help is right here. Why you ain't helping?
Well, because the same ones that say they want help will be the same ones whining on Facebook saying what? They don't like me. Charleston don't love me. Charleston ain't gonna do nothing for me. This, that. It ain't Charleston, boo-boo. It's you. You don't like yourself.
Man. I remember, you and Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky, remember she did that one show. She had to go to a funeral, and she's like, "Where's everybody at?" And she tagged. Y'all see, y'all was gonna be here. It was I don't know, it was a couple years back. Yeah, show she did.
But yes, because you always got, you sit up. You can't cry about something if you're not gonna help fix it. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing is, with people sitting up here going back and forth, why you hating on the next man? Y'all sitting up here hating on this one, hating on that one. Always, I don't like this artist. I don't like that artist. How do you not like them? None of them are signed. Nobody signed. So if nobody signed, you can't have no beef. We got beef for. You know what I'm saying? I can see if it was like Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma, they signed. You see what I'm saying? They get a check in the mail. What you getting? You know what I'm saying? And when you argue with that person, not only is it a problem, you're turning around giving them shine.
Because nobody even recognize.
Right, because all the people like,
oh, who is this person?
Let me check it out. I'm not going to call his name out, but I don't care for our president. Right? But every time you make a funky post on there about our president, what does that do? You get shine. And I'm guilty of it too, because I don't put plenty of posts up there. You know what I'm saying? But you're giving him shine. And not to mention, you're giving him a piece of your time, a piece of what you got going on.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because they'll sit up there and say that.
Yeah. So the first one was Brandon, correct? Or am I wrong?
No, the first one was the one about how-tos, how to get your music on the radio, how to get your music to the DJ.
It was okay.
And it had DJ Cass was there, Major Boy, DJ of the Year was there, Juan P.D. Phillips was there about how to get your videos. I had a tax man, D.W. Brown was there, Mugger Man was on it, and I had
Chubb was on the second one.
No, Chubb was on the second one, but who did I have on that first one? PD, I had I don't remember. There was I know there were 6 people up there. And Amber Cease.
Okay.
Amber Cease was on it.
Yeah, shout out to Amber.
So shout out to Amber.
She got me this job working in there.
Why you laughing? I'll be calling Amber up too. Oh. Hey, how you do this?
No,
hold on. But Amber's good people, you know what I'm saying? So, I call her up, she right there. Anybody I've called up, and shout out to all of you, anybody I've called up has never said, why are you calling me?
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people don't want to give information.
What do you need? And this, that, and third. Because I'm like, and I'm no pun intended, because I manage Sean Dovey, but I'm like the chameleon with a C. Because I can kind of maneuver my way into this clique, work it out. I can maneuver over into this clique and work it out. Whereas some people, when they're clicked off, they can't go from clique to clique. See me, I'm just moaning in the middle. I can just slide over here, ask the questions, and slide back over here, and make it happen.
Speaking of Dovey, like, how did that happen? I know y'all know each other forever. Like, how did that happen?
Sean and I know each other.
Actually, where he called you, you called him, and said, let's go ahead and make this official.
I got here in 1985, and I met Sean Dovey in latter part of 85, maybe early 86. And we have crossed each other's paths all this time. And from me being in the bars, Sean being a DJ, Sean actually worked for me at one of the clubs. It just came to be, because we're the last of the Mohicans, basically. So he was like, well, I really just need somebody just to manage my day-to-day and make this go this way or that way. And I said, all right, well, no problem. I said, let's talk it out. So we talked it out, came up to what we need to do in reference to him. And then once we get everything else fixed up, the I's dotted, the T's crossed, then look out for Sean, because I'm going to be pimping Sean out like...
That's good, though. That's dope.
Pimp him out.
So yeah, definitely. Then you got the what's gonna be the next one? The last one was copywriting, which I still think you should do again. That's a very important one. Registering copyrighted music.
Nobody showed up. To
Well, Anderson Pre Whistle did because he thanked me for telling him.
No, well,
He did. So he did thank me.
One guy.
He thanked me.
I know. And what was so funny?
And Ratchet said she was out there, but I think y'all were gone.
By then.
Yeah, Crystal Sean, Ratchet.
What was so funny was that I didn't tell anybody, but Nels from Wu-Tang was there. Fruquan from Grave Diggers and Stetsasonic was there. Gemini was there. And Miss Jackie, both of them are from IMG Recordings. So there was some really good meat and potatoes in the house, but I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want y'all to come
for that reason.
Just to meet them.
I
wanted y'all to come to get the knowledge. But
that's needed though, you know what I'm saying? Definitely need to have your music, you know,
right. So being that they didn't come, they missed out on that. Now when I do the next one, they ain't gonna be there. But bottom line is, you know, not to mention you had DJ Tantrum there, Amber was there. And on top of that, you had people that were physically going to be there to do the
actually type it in,
right?
Put it in for you.
The whole thing,
that's why that was $30 versus the 20.
Right, because there was going to be people
hands
on
to
help
make sure,
literally show you
like
how to
basically
do it.
filing out of taxes.
Plus making sure that you went to the right agency. Because there's a
BMI,
big difference between the BMI and the ASCAP. So it was there. But being that, you know, it was called that, I'm gonna see if I can find a more school-worthy looking location. And then because it appears people got thrown off because it was at a club. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that, and then maybe I'll do that one again. I'll just change the date on the flyer and throw it back out there.
Yeah, I think you should do that one again.
But when I do it again now, they're gonna have to prepay for their ticket.
Yeah, of course you don't want to play that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get at me for
make sure lock your spot and secure it.
Right, and that would go down in May.
Okay.
That would go down.
That gives people some time.
Right. That'll give people time, and then I'll just get him to switch the date on the flyer, and then I'll find me a spot.
How do you go about letting people managing people? Do you see something, and what do you look for talent, or do you?
Okay. Well, what people get misconstrued with management is they feel if they have hot on, or they woke up this morning and realized they got a lot of stuff to do, that I need a manager. That's not when you need a manager. Okay, when you have done all the groundwork and you have gotten all your records registered, copywritten, everything, and then phone calls start coming in from bookings, and then calls start coming in from labels, and you're not versed on how to speak to the labels or how to speak to people to get your music out there, or your music is in a position where it's ready to be shopped, or things like that, that's when you need a manager. So when I take on a client, they have to pretty much have all their I's dotted, all their T's crossed. It will be a consultation first. I do have a checklist I use to make sure that you got everything I need off this checklist. And then once I go through that, then we decipher what course of action to take after that. Whether it's me managing you,
branding,
or whether it's branding, right, or promoting, or whatever comes that way for you, whatever you.
Everything's different fee, of course. Right. Y'all discuss it in meetings.
Right, and I would, and it depends on their budget, and because I don't want to kill.
Got $5. You still managing?
It'd be like no attorney when they come up there. If I gave you $1, you got to be my attorney. But yeah, and that's another thing that helps too when it comes to the contracts, because I do have a degree in paralegal and I do have a degree in criminal justice. I do know the big words. Yeah. So if somebody was to throw out a contract and they threw that word in there that you don't know what that word is, so you just skipped it, and then you went down the rest of it, and then later on kind of find out that word meant
they get
half of your royalties, half of this and half of that, because you didn't know what that word was. And you didn't take 5 to say, well, let me take this contract with me and let me read it over first. Which means you can Google what the word means, go get a Black's Law Dictionary, go in Barnes & Noble and look in the Black's Law Dictionary, something to find out what these words are, and then go from there. Because, sometimes you'll get a contract that's in layman's term that's for anybody to understand and things like that. But then the next time you might get a contract that the verbiage is so ridiculous, it's like, the lawyer probably can't. It's going to take him days to sift through it.
And that's what you're here for.
Yeah. I'm basically the mouthpiece.
Okay, so at this point, what we say is one of the lowest mistakes. Let's just say one of the missteps, like regrets that you had, that you wish you could have did better, and what's one of the, you say, biggest accomplishment up to date as far as the music?
Well, of course, the biggest accomplishment is Link. He did all the work. I was just the mouthpiece. Sure. But he did all the work. So, you know, shout out to Link Capone. Stay tuned because a lot of stuff is dropping from Link in the near future. But he did all the work. I mean, he did all the work. And basically, when it got down to the nitty gritty of the phone calls and stuff coming in, that's when, you know, no pun intended, but that's when we linked up. But he tirelessly worked himself, work, and he did it. And he didn't do what everybody else does. I'm writing. I'm in the studio. I'm writing. I'm in the studio. I'm writing. I'm in the studio. Man, come on with that. Because now you got us pissed off because we looking for a project. So you did all that writing and you did all that studio. Where the damn project at? You see what I'm saying? So you know, don't tell the mouse where you're hiding the cheese at. Okay? So basically it's like don't tell everybody whatever move you're getting ready to make, because every time you make a move, right, and then you want to put music out and it's not registered, and I saw you at the studio with a bag of weed. I saw you at the studio with 8 bottles. I saw you at the studio with your Henny outside with your homeboy. I saw you at the studio wasting time because you done spent 20 minutes in the studio and an hour outside doing live with weed and just that and the third, right? When that $300 you done spent on your drinks and your weed, and that other $200 you spent on studio time could have went to studio time, getting your music registered, VDS, copywritten, all of that, and then instead of doing 500 CDs, do 50 CDs that are packaged properly, and don't give them out to your peoples. Make them buy them. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many things I see that's like, wow. But then my compliments are to, you know that I've worked with some people, know that I see their growth, I see their stage presence. I see, you know, how they move and how their music is coming out. I see that they went from rapping like, yo man, check out my song, to yo, check out my song, and have it really killing the stage, really working it out. So, you know, seeing stuff like that is you know, an accomplishment for me.
And how about on the downside, like something you wish you could have changed?
What I wished I could have changed is to rewind the tape back to when I was that person that ran a nightclub. And when I had acts coming through, like they have Life Jennings and all that stuff, nobody reaches out and says, you know, who's the hottest rapper, who's the hottest R&B singer, and let them get that shine on that stage for free. Yeah. All right, because I used to do that back in the day. Yeah. Right, but now everything got a price. Yeah. And now, you know, not only that, people are getting on stage and they're getting people to hook them up, and this, I got you hooked up, homie, slide me 250, and I'll get you on the stage. They get on the stage. They don't get to meet the artists.
I heard that before.
They don't get to go behind the stage and do nothing. And on top of that, most importantly, if they have their promo packet together, they don't get to pass that off because the person they open for is not in the establishment. Or they're in the establishment and they're so far back in the green room, they still can't hear you. Okay? And then on top of that, you don't have the opportunity to get that 5 minutes. And that's the whole point of spending that money. So actually, you just wasted money. And got a $250 to $500 rehearsal. That's what you got.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And see, like me, what I do is, you know, yeah, I love old school music. However, the old school artists, they don't have to call people and get bookings. People are calling them for bookings. So when people are calling them for bookings, that means they freed up to have a conversation because they ain't worried about when the next concert is going to be. They worried about where. You see what I'm saying? So... and they roll with their people, so that's when you gotta get your rapport, you know. Definitely. So yeah. Build. And then on top of that, even if you don't get through to nobody, they got enough knowledge to tell you if you can get a hold of one of them and sit down and have a 5-minute boy. They got enough knowledge to tell you. Like when we had Link's signing party, and Nels, who is Wu-Tang Management, and Fruit Corner from Stetson Sonic and Gravediggers, when they were in there, anybody that asked them questions, them boy was kicking out all kinds of information. You know what I'm saying? And then he's got Nels has Protect Your Neck Records. You better be watching this because you know I done plugged you home. And he also has Bare Knuckle Beats. And then Fru is still, you know, rapping and promoting and going state to state and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay.
And then Gemini's got he got one song that's out now, Doggy Style, and then he even has a song that's out on the 100 Billboard. So you know, don't get stuck in one genre of music. Don't ever get stuck in one genre of music. Figure out how to do it across the board so you can get that cheddar across the board. You know, and but there's a couple people I'm looking at. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
them out, you can't. You got to
I can't tell you who all I'm
Yeah,
working with,
shout 'em
but
out,
I can't, I'm not gonna tell you who I'm working with.
Uh.
But I will say there's a couple people that I'm looking at.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Any
saying?
female artists you looking at?
The one I like is Inevitable Princess, Ratchet Prince, whatever her name is. She's in Juice Game.
So, you talking about Scandalous, aka Princess Dripper?
Yeah.
Okay. Or yeah. Okay.
I like her.
Okay.
I like Just Jazz too.
Yeah.
Who else? Those are the two that stick in my head. But I really like Inevitable Princess. I like her flow.
Princess
Dripper. Let's go.
Two different ones.
But I really like her. I like her flow. And then she's not mine. She go with she's under
Tamika.
Glizzy. Glizzy.
Oh yeah. You like Lizzie? She's under Real Life Management.
Right. Yeah.
I can't think of the name. Girl's great.
She's real good.
Yeah.
She's real good, and she real humble too.
Okay.
Yeah. And her son love.
That's what it is. I appreciate you taking this time, you know, to chop it up with me. Tell people how they can get a hold of you, you know, if they're trying to book you or they want to get management.
As you see, like I try to tell y'all, I came promo ready. Okay, so all my information is on my poster, right? And it has all my name, my email, my phone number, but my phone number is 843-696-3981. That's my business number, cell number, house number, all that. Okay? And my email is D as in diamond, L as in law, E as in entertainment, ENT at DLEENT 843, I had to make it rhyme, at gmail.com.
Okay.
And it's also all over my fan page, which is Diamond Law Entertainment, and that's on Facebook.
And personal page and Instagram page.
And my personal page is Lisa Gonzalez Williams, and my Instagram page is Diamond Law 194.
All right, it was Colors of Network, man. And nobody grinds like a shit.
And this is Lisa Gonzalez Williams from Diamond Law Entertainment, and nobody grinds like us.
Shit.